See this line? That's my MacBook's pulse. A health check that fires every 2 seconds, logged while the machine loads a brand new AI model. Watch the gaps between beats 2 seconds, 11, 30, 62. Right about here, the mouse stopped moving. This is what happened when I ran the model Meta gave away for free this morning. The one their launch post says is optimized for 24 gig consumer hardware. My Mac has exactly 24. I have receipts for the whole story. And it ends better than this graph suggests. Because here's the thing. This is still the most important open model release of the month. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what Meta shipped and why it matters, how it stacks up against the other open models, including the one benchmark it loses, whether your machine can actually run it, with the exact move for every memory size, and the one promise in the launch post that is not true yet. I checked that last one live with timestamps. Here's the launch post from this morning. Muse Glimmer. 30 billion parameters. It reads images, not just text. There's a vision encoder baked in. 128,000 tokens of context. And it was built specifically to run agents, plan, call tools, recover from its own failures, not just chat. But the license is the real headline. Apache 2.0. Remember the license ladder from my free AI video test? Some so-called open models ban whole countries in the fine print. One of them excluded the United States. Apache has no territory list and no revenue clause. It's the same license Kubernetes ships under. This one is genuinely yours. And there's a twist in the family tree. 4 days ago, I tested Muse Code, Meta's paid coding agent, where the discount deal is tokens for around 2 cents if you let Meta train on your code. Glimmer was distilled from that same family. Muse Spark is literally named as the teacher model in the training notes. So, Meta took the brain, people pay to rent, compressed it, and handed the compressed copy over. No meter, no account, no clause about reading your code. Both deals now exist side by side, and that contrast is why this launch matters. How good is it? Meta's own chart, their numbers, not mine, so hold them loosely, puts it against the two open models in its weight class, Google's Gemma4 and Alibaba's Qwen3.6. On the agent benchmarks, it is not close. MCP Atlas, that's tool use, 75.5 against 54 for Gemma and 62 for Qwen. Deep research questions, same picture. SWE Bench Pro, real software engineering, first again. And then, credit where it's due, the same chart shows Glimmer, losing SWE-Bench, verified to Qwen by about a point. A launch chart that admits a loss is a chart I trust more, not less. So naturally, I wanted it on my machine. Meta's pitch. The compressed build is optimized for 24 and 32 gig consumer hardware. My MacBook Pro is the exact minimum, 24 gigs. The model file is 21. 21 into 24 leaves 3 gigs for everything else your computer is. Here's what that looks like in real life. The pull is one command, 21 gigabytes. First wall, my Olama was too old, twice. You need version 0.32.7 shipped for this launch. Then, to load a model this size on Apple Silicon, you hand the GPU nearly all of your wired memory. I logged system health every 2 seconds while it loaded. Free memory, 57%. 14. 0. Then, the logger itself started gasping. Samples that should be 2 seconds apart arrived 30 seconds apart, then 62, because the machine was too frozen to run a 2-line loop. Mouse dead. Screen dead. I hard recovered and deleted the model. So here's my honest read. 24 gigs technically loads it. Practically, 32 is the floor. And do not run that wired memory override casually. That setting is exactly how you get this graph. If that graph just saved you a 21 gig download and a frozen afternoon, subscribe. That's what this channel is. I break these launches so you don't have to. Fine, you say, I skip local, just use an API. The launch post names 3 hosts, Together, Fireworks, and OpenRouter. So I probed every route, live, minutes before recording. Timestamps on screen. OpenRouter's full catalog, 400 models. Glimmer is not one of them, only its paid siblings. Together's model page, 404. Fireworks, not found. Meta's own API, checked with the paid key from Wednesday's video. 3 models, none of them Glimmer. Even Olama's cloud catalog. 16 models, no Glimmer. 0 live routes out of 5. As I record this, the most shared open model of the month cannot be run anywhere except hardware you own. Nobody in your feed mentioned that part. It will change within days, and I'll show you how to be first when it does. So here's the honest playbook for your machine. Today, 16 gig Mac. Skip Glimmer. It will never fit. If you want local coding help, a quantized 20B or a 7B coder model still serves you well. 24 gigs, you watched my morning. Either wait for the hosted EPIS or run it with everything else closed and expect pain. 32 gigs and up, you are the target audience. Update Olama, pull the MLX build, wire it into any agent harness. My 9-line config for opencode is in the free kit. Windows and Linux with a real GPU. Your builds land in the coming days. AMD already shipped a day 1 guide. And on a 5090, Meta claims triple speed with speculative decoding. And if you own none of that hardware, wait smart. My watch script pings OpenRouter every 15 minutes, and the hosted config in the kit works the second Glimmer lists. Everything from today is in the free Glimmer Field Kit. The memory table for every machine, the exact commands, both opencode configs, local and hosted, the benchmark table, and every link I used. Comment the word Glimmer, one word, and my bot sends it to you. Or grab it at hyperautomationlabs.co/free/glimmer. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. Getting started with AI coding tools. My paid beginner guides are linked below. The complete Claude Code Guide, the OpenAI Codex Guide, the Claude Cowork Sales Guide, and the Claude Architect Prep Kit. The builds behind these videos live on Instagram at Hyperautomation Labs. Here's what changed today. Free AI agent used to mean somebody else's server and somebody else's rules. This morning, an agent-grade brain became a file you can own, Apache license, no meter, no fine print about your code. The hardware bar is real. The clouds aren't ready, but the door is open. And my watch loop is already running for the moment the first host flips the switch. See you in the next one.